The Gifts of Wali Dad.
In a mud hut far from town lived an old grass cutter named Wali Dad.
Every morning, Wali Dad cut and bundled tall wild grass. Every afternoon, he sold it as fodder in the marketplace.
Each day, he earned 30 paisa. 10 of the small coins went for food, 10 went for clothes and other needs, and 10 he saved in a clay pot under his bed. In this manner, Wali Dad lived happily for many years. One evening, Wali Dad dragged out the pot to see how money is held. He was amazed to find that his coins had filled into the brim.
What am I to do with all this money? I need nothing more than I have.
Wali Dad thought and thought. At last, he had an idea.
The next day, Wali Dad loaded the money into a sack and carried it to a jeweler in the marketplace. He exchanged all his coins for a lovely gold bracelet. Then Wali Dad visited the home of a traveling merchant.
Tell me in all the world, who is the noblest lady?
Without doubt, it is the young queen of Kaistan. I often visit her palace just 3 days' journey to the east.
Do me kindness. The next time you pass that way, give her this little bracelet with my compliments.
The merchant was astonished, but he agreed to do what the grass cutter asked.
Soon after, the merchant found himself at the palace of the Queen of Kaistan. He presented the bracelet to her as a gift from Wali Dad.
Oh no! This is worse than before. What am I to do with such finery?
Perhaps you could give it to someone else.
How lovely! Your friend has accepted a gift in return. My servants will order camel, When the merchant arrived back home, he brought the silk to the hut of Wali Dad. Wali Dad thought for a moment.
Tell me in all the world, who is the noblest man?
That is simple. It is the young king of Nekobad. His palace too. I often visit just 3 days' journey to the west.
Then do me another kindness. The next time you pass that way, give him these silks with my compliments.
The merchant was amused, but he agreed.
On his next journey, he presented the silks to the king of Nekobad.
A splendid gift! In return, your friend must have 12 of my finest horses.
So the merchant brought the king's horses to Wali Dad.
This grows worse and worse. What could I do with 12 horses? I know who should such a gift. I beg you, keep the horses for yourself and take the rest to the queen of Kaistan.
The merchant thought this was very funny, but he consented. On his next visit to the queen's palace, he gave her the horses. Now, the queen was perplexed. She whispered to her prime minister, "Why did this Wali Dad sit inside the gifts? I have never even heard of him."
Why don't you discourage him? Send him a gift to rich. He can never hope too much.
So, in return, for the 10 horses from Wali Dad, the queen sent back 20 mules loaded with silver.
When the merchant and mules arrived back at the hut, Wali Dad glowed.
What have I done to deserve this? Friend, spare an old man. Keep 2 mules and their silver for yourself, and take the rest to the queen of Kaistan.
The merchant was getting uneasy, but he could not refuse such a generous offer. So not long after, he found himself presenting the silver-laden mules to the king of Nekobad. The king, too, was perplexed and asked him Prime Minister for advice.
Perhaps this Wali Dad seeks to prove himself your better. Why not send him a gift he can never surpass?
So the king sent back
20 camels with golden anklets,
20 horses with golden bridles and stirrups,
20 elephants with golden seats mounted on their backs.
and 20 liveried servants to care for them all.
When the merchant carried the servants and animals to Wali Dad's hut, the grass cutter was beside himself.
Will bad fortune never end? Please do not stop for a minute. Keep for yourself to each animal and take the rest to the Queen of Kaister.
How can I go to her again?
but Wali Dad pleaded so hard. The merchant consented to go just once more.
This time, the queen was stunned by the magnificence of Wali Dad's gift. She turned again to her prime minister.
Clearly the man wishes to marry you. Since this gift as so, perhaps you should meet him.
So the queen ordered a great caravan made ready, with the countless horses, camels, and elephants. With a trembling merchant as a guide, she and her court set out to visit the great Wali Dad.
On the third day, the caravan made camp, and the queen sent a merchant ahead to tell Wali Dad of her coming. When Wali Dad heard the merchant's news, his head sank to his hands.
Oh no! Now I will be paid for all my foolishness.
I fear we can do nothing.
And the merchant headed back to the caravan.
The next morning, Wali Dad rose before dawn.
Goodbye, old hut. I will never see you again.
The old grass cutter started down the road, but he had not gone far when he heard a voice.
Where are you going, Wali Dad? He turned and saw two radiant ladies.
He knew at once you were Paris from paradise.
I am stupid, old man. Let me go my way. I cannot face my shame.
No shame can come to such as you. Though your king is so poor, in your heart you are a king. The fairy touched him on the shoulder.
To his amazement, he saw his rags turn fine clothes. A jeweled turban on his head, the rusty sickle at his waist was now a gleaming scimitar.
Return, Wali Dad. All is as it should be. Wali Dad looked behind him, where his hut had stood. A splendid palace sparkled in the rising sun.
Shocked, he turned to the fairies, but they had vanished.
Wali Dad hurried back along the road. As he entered the palace, the guards gave a salute. Servants bowed to him, then rushed here and there, preparing for the visitors.
Wali Dad wandered through countless rooms, gaping at riches beyond his imagination.
Suddenly, three servants ran up.
A caravan from the east! A caravan from the west! No, the caravan from both east and west! Bewildered Wali Dad rushed outside to see two caravans halt before the palace. Coming from the east was a queen in jeweled glitter. Coming from the west was a king on a fine horse.
Wali Dad hurried to the queen. My dear Wali Dad, we meet at last. But why not my gift sent here?
I believe it is a king of Nekaway, your majesty. Please excuse me for a moment.
He rushed over to the king.
My dear Wali Dad, I had to meet the giver of such fine gifts. But who is that splendid queen?
The queen of Iceland, your majesty. Please come and meet her.
And so, the king of Nekabad met the queen of Kaistan, and the two fell instantly in love.
A few days later, their marriage took place in the palace of Wali Dad, and the celebration went on for many days.
At last, Walidan had said goodbye to all his guests. The very next morning, he rose before dawn, crept quietly from the palace, and started down the road.
But he had not gone far when he heard a voice.
Where are you going, Wali Dad?
He turned and again saw the two fairies.
Did not tell you I am stupid, old man. I should be glad for what I have received. But
Say no more. You shall have your heart's desire.
She touched him again. So Walidan became once more a grass cutter.
Living happily in his hut for the rest of his days.
And though he offended warmly of his friends, the king and queen,
He was careful never to send her another gift.